He's in a jolly mood.
Yes, he
too,
is.
already.
He's out here. Let me
Started.
tell you something. He should have been a disc jockey. Get this stuff going on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be here with Ms. Parker and Broadway.
We got the governor with us this morning, and governor, it's always a pleasure. Let me thank you again because I request and I call up the office and say, can I get the governor to come out, and they'll put me on hold, they'll tell me to get back, it'll be about 2 or 3 weeks. And with your busy schedule, you always work me in somehow or another.
As always.
But they got a tough job to do. But it's always good to be here with you. It's good to be with you when I'm back at the studio with you. It's always good to be here at Watershed. If Reverend Hezekiah Stewart isn't something special, I don't know who is something special.
Telling you.
I was just telling some folks outside that we were coming out here, and one of my staff members in the car said he's a unique person. He can gee and haw and get along with a lot of the people that can move and shake and make things happen. And then at the same time, he can challenge them to do more.
Amen.
It's pretty, and you know what's going on here, what you all do, Joe, trying to make the community aware of the need for more giving, what Walmart and Tyson lead, and you know they've been providing the leadership, but it's not just them. They do the biggest amounts. They do the stuff that's hard to get. For example, Tyson's doing so much protein, and that's the hardest in the way of food substances to get donated. But they just don't do it this year. They've been doing it for decades. And
And Governor, you know, there are a lot of places you could have been, but you come to the Watershed every single
I'm scared
year.
to death, Reverend Stewart.
And I know it has to do with
It's not
more.
an election year.
It's not an election year
for
no.
him. He's
Yeah, in fact, there are no more election years
Yeah,
for me.
Oh, okay.
But this job is 90% of the time a labor of love. I mean, it's an enjoyable thing to do. If you're hungry, the best place in America to be is Arkansas.
Amen.
Because our Kansans are going to open up and give, and you got to be proud of the people of Arkansas. We just need a little bit more.
And Ms. Parker, you've got a special guest over there with us this morning that as long as I've been coming to the Watershed for over 20 years now, you know it's that time of the year when you see the Tyson trucks.
That's
outside.
true. That's true. And we have Mr. Ken Fletcher with Tyson. Good morning, Mr. Fletcher.
Good morning. Reverend Stewart and Watershed since we started in 1984. So we've been coming on this for a long, long time. And I'd just like to say that I've known Reverend Stewart a long time. I worked with several people in this agency. And over the years, we've had a great relationship. And I'd just like to say this is a great season for giving. But this is not just the time that Reverend Stewart and his family here promotes hunger relief in Arkansas. They do it year long. I mean, I'm working with Fred Hoax, who's an employment representative with Watershed, and he and I have worked together for 20 years. And I know from experience, personal experience, that they do this year long, not just at this time of year. And it's a wonderful thing. Tyson and all of our representing 115,000 team members with Tyson, we're glad to be a part of this. And we know that there's a lot of food insecurity throughout the state, throughout the country. There's like a 16.6% food insecurity across the whole nation. And in central Arkansas, Pulaski County, there's a 17.3% food insecurity ratio going on now. And we know that, and the need here is greater than the national average. So it's just a blessing that we can be here today to donate 32,000 pounds of protein to help support the families. And
32,000 pounds of protein.
That's a lot of protein.
Yes, ma'am.
We certainly appreciate you.
We are glad to do it. We're glad to be here. And we're glad to be a part of this organization and this effort.
And I think we've got a special presentation here. Reverend, you wanted to
Tell us about the.
I want the big man to, Tyson is involved with Walmart in an effort to eliminate hunger in Arkansas. And Don Smith and Jackson Clare of Walmart, they sort of spearheading this thing. And I just wanted the governor to present that to Don Smith of Tyson for Hinges of Hope.
Yeah, it's a beautiful award that hopefully he'll be able to put on his shelf to remind Donnie and all the Tyson folks about what they do for so many folks. But there's an ulterior motive. It really looks good. I'm sure Reverend Stewart got some jeweler or somebody to donate it. And I'm sure it's going to sit on the shelf and try to make, to tug at Donnie's heartstrings even more, so he'll do even more. That's the way Reverend Stewart. But really, seriously, the Hinges of Hope, it's an award saying thank you to Donnie and thank you to all of Tyson for all that you do to help so many people.
Again, we're glad to be a part of it. And on behalf of Tyson Foods, Donnie Smith, and the entire organization, greatly accept this presentation, and glad to be here to accept this from you, Governor, and from you, Hezekiah Stewart, and also from Broadway Joe.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, our pleasure. Thank you so much for everything you've done throughout the years. It's been, for me, over 20 years, and every year that truck is here. And I think the first couple of years I actually helped unload the trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got big time.
Now you talk about the truck.
We have a young man that works for us now, Marine Corps captain, that just came on the governor's staff, and he. All those folks out there better beware, because you know what those Marines do. They come in and take over.
That's right.
And he got his training right here with Reverend Stewart. When he was a young man, his first job was for Reverend Stewart. So, so now he's harassing everybody in the governor's office, threatening them with an amphibious landing.
You all right, Governor?
It's always a pleasure here at the world's first social hospital, the Watershed, and the governor stops by. And a special presentation this morning. I can't thank you enough for coming by.
You bet, Joe.
Encouraging the state of Arkansas to come out.
That's right. That's right.
And thank you very much, Joe, for all your leadership. And Ms. Parker, thank you for all your leadership. Y'all make a pretty good team. We're all grateful to you.
All right.
Governor and Tyson, on behalf of the Watershed Board of Directors, Chairman Benny Jackson, and the staff, thank you so very much for this humbling experience all the time. But thank you for being great enough to do good things, but yet simple enough to come and humble yourselves to be a part of something that all of us need to be a part of, and that's loving and caring one for another.
Amen.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that.
So I want to thank you for coming by, Brother Franklin, along with Miss McIntosh and my good friend Say McIntosh. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us this morning, Say.
Thank you.
All right.
Who will have the last say?
I'm gonna have that word.
That's all right.
This morning from the Hot Dog Queen to Robert C. McIntosh and his wife, the Rotha, along with Brother Ernest Franklin, and they'll be doing some great things on Friday in the community, along with Shay Stevens with the Millennium Adult Daycare, and she'll be feeding a number of kids on Friday also. The OK program, and they're actually outside working right now. Just saw Sergeant Willie Davis. He's working up a sweat out there and calling on some more of his OK compadres to come out and help him out here, because they're working out there today. Also, Senator Joyce Elliott, the governor, Mike Beebe, that came by with us this morning. We want to thank all of them.
And Ken Fletcher with
Right.
Tyson.
Tyson Food, want to thank him for coming by.